Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for being on my channel, for commenting, for subscribing, for all of the love you guys have been sending me. I really, really, really appreciate it. But in this video, I want to speak to you guys about something that is not really, I don't think, one of my expertise, but I've heard a lot about this from other people, mainly male INFJs. Basically, what I'm speaking about in this video is the difference between male and female INFJs. How do they deal with the world? And there's a few things that I've noticed when you guys message me, and I really appreciate it when male INFJs message me because, of course, first of all, you guys are so rare, right? Not only are INFJs so rare, but obviously there are more female INFJs than male INFJs, and male INFJs are really, really rare, right? I think 0.5%, 0.05% of the population, very, very rare. 0.05, I think. So when I do get messages from male INFJs, I get really, really excited because it's very rare. It's like, seeing a white peacock or something. But also, I love it when you guys kind of explain to me how it is for you guys to live in this world. Now, as an INFJ, as you guys know, it is hard enough to be on this planet. It's a difficult thing. We do love it. We are enjoying the challenge of it. We like the whole ordeal of it. It makes us grow better, faster, stronger. I understand all that, but I do realize that being a male INFJ can be extremely difficult. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I think, from my own perspective, of course, I am not a male INFJ, so anything I do say is just hearsay, right? So if you don't agree with it, let me know because I'm always looking to learn. But a couple of reasons that I see from my perspective for male INFJ specifically is because you're male. The world expects you to be this kind of take charge male, kind of thing, right? I'm a man. Oh man, I can't even do that. So you're supposed to be like this macho man that's supposed to roam around and conquer people and take over girls and hit on girls and do all that stuff. You're a man. Now, as a male INFJ, because male INFJs are very much in touch with their feminine side, very much in touch with their masculine side as well, but more so with their feminine side, I find that a lot of you guys have a really hard time living in this very masculine, male-dominated patriarchal society where, men are supposed to just take what they want and conquer the world, right? Because you guys don't want to do that. You just want to. You're empaths. You're, intuitive. You are kind. You're generous. You're imaginative. You are living in a different realm, like all INFJs do. So you don't really want to do that. You don't want to be that macho male. You want to be intuitive and an empath. You want to go and help people. You want to be kind to people. You want to go around and be friendly. You want to be counselors. You want to be advisors, right? And so that really irks you. That really is like it puts a dent in your societal ways because a lot of people are going to expect you to be that man. Women who come up to you and expect you to be a man in that way, in the way that the world expects you to, and you're not able to fulfill that role. You can pretend to be like that for a few days, maybe a few hours, but really it's hard for us to pretend for too long. So then you're going to go back to your normal way of doing things, which is, kind, generous, like empathic, intuitive, slow, soft. And so when you do it that way, a lot of women get surprised. You're like, but why aren't you a man? You'll be a man, kind of thing. And I know that because I have an INFJ friend who deals with this all the time. He is beautiful, as all INFJs are, very charming, walks around the world. Women love him. Women want to be with him. But then he comes across, he's a man. He's tall, he's broad, blah, blah. But when they speak to him, he comes across very soft. He just wants to have conversations, deep conversations. He doesn't just want to take women. He doesn't just want to have one-night stands, of course. And so they get disappointed. And I feel his pain. I feel his pain. I do feel his pain because I feel like I feel bad for you. I really, as a female, I can be submissive. I can be like intuitive and empathic. It's totally normal. It's actually expected, right? I can be soft and feminine, and it's all right for me to be that way. No one judges me for it. I mean, some people do, but they don't judge me because they're like, well, she's female. It's all right for her to be like that, right? But if you're a male in this world, you're expected to be a certain way, especially in this world filled with Trump lookalikes, where they talk about pussy all the time. I mean, I hate using that word, but that's the world we live in. So for you guys as a male INFJ, it's very hard. You walk through the world and you're like, God, I really have to play a role, and if I don't, then I'm going to be single and alone forever. Unfortunately, I feel like a lot of you guys think that way. I have had a lot of you message me saying that, right? Not only that, but as INFJs, we have a hard time taking or making the first move. Like, we have a really hard time making the first move. I wish we didn't have that hard time, because there's so many people that I want to get to know better, but I cannot, for the life of me, make the first move, especially if I'm interested in them. If I'm interested in them, I'm gonna be mean to them, right? I really am the meanest person to the people I really like. I wish, I really wish I wasn't like that. Now, as a female, it's all right, because if I like someone, if I send a few hints, perhaps the person will get it, the man will get it, and he will make the first move. Awesome, great. It works out because I'm female. Again, it works out to live in this world right now. But as a male INFJ, you have to be the one who makes the first move. Now, of course, there are women right now, and I love them because they're so strong and powerful, and they do make the first move. So yes, there are some women like that. But mostly, majority of the women wait for the man to make the move. Now, as an INFJ, as a female, you're all right with that. As a male INFJ, you're stuck, because that means if you don't make the first move, which you have a really hard time doing, then you're never going to get into a relationship, or you're never going to be even in the process of it, starting it, because you're never going to date anyone, because you never are able to make that first move. Now, I shouldn't say never, because obviously there are some exceptions to the rule. I'm sure some of you have adapted yourself, because as we have to, as an INFJ, we have to adapt to the world that we live in. Some of you have probably learned how to be, macho, right? I'm sure. But of course, that's not your natural state. So you have to pretend to be like that for a few hours, days, whatever, and then you have to get back into your natural state, because otherwise, if you don't, you're going to feel depleted, you're going to feel discharged, you're going to feel like you're burnt out. And so I do empathize with you guys a lot. Now, those are the two things that I've noticed from a lot of the messages that you guys have sent me. Of course, another thing that I think might be an issue here is because you're so intuitive and empathic, empathy is always attributed to be a female trait, right? Males are not expected to be empaths. That's why we have the male-female bond, that's why, it's always nice for a male to have a female around, so she can be like, are you stupid? Did you not see that happening? Or don't be like that to this person. She's very sensitive, blah, 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 right? But, so it's kind of like the female's role to be empathic and the male's role to be the dominant, right? I mean, not always the case, of course, and I'm just making generalizations right now, but we do live in a world where the majority kind of moves that way. So for you guys to be an empath, to see all of this, illness or sickness or sadness in the world as a male, and have no one to speak to about it, because no one is going to understand you speaking that way, When a male starts speaking in that manner, a lot of women I've noticed say that, grow up, be a man, stop being such a wimp, things like that. And I always get really scared when that happens, because it's not the men who are saying it. Men do say it, but a lot of times it's the women in their lives saying this to them. And so a lot of times my male INFJ friends, they'll be like, it's not the men a lot of times who are mean to me because I am an empath and I'm so soft. It's actually the women who tell me to grow up and be a man, which is actually quite scary if you think about it. And so I absolutely do empathize with you guys, especially if you guys are male INFJs. Now, I don't want to always say this, but I always want to say this, because the reason why you guys are here, the reason why male INFJs even exist, there is a reason for it, right? If there was no reason for it, you guys would have been wiped out a long time ago. Now, I don't want to be rude about it, but evolution is a very strong taskmaster. If she doesn't like something, if she doesn't think something is useful, she will wipe it out completely. Now, there are very few of you, so there might be some reason for that, but there are some of you still. You haven't been wiped out completely, so evolution obviously thinks there's a role for you on this planet. There is a reason why you're alive. Obviously, that reason is to show the world that a male can be soft and empathic and sympathetic and feminine and still play an important role on this planet, right? You don't have to be gay in order to be that way. You can just be a heterosexual male but still be soft and feminine and all that, right? And so I don't know exactly what the role is. I feel like there is an important role that you're going to play in the future of this world. I really do feel that way, because I feel like the world is moving in that direction where there's more awakened people and more people who are like not playing that role. I mean, I'm a very masculine female. Like, I feel like that. I walk through the world. A lot of people say I'm very feminine, but I also have a very masculine way of looking at the world sometimes. I'm like, just grow up. I am not very empathetic. whereas a lot of you guys are probably more empathetic than I am. Really, I believe so. So obviously there's a role for you on this planet, and I always say this in every video. I try to say this is that as INFJs, we have a gift. You know, our empathy is a gift. Our intuition is a gift. Our femininity is a gift. Our softness is a gift. Whatever we can look at is a gift. All of us, we are as we are because it's a gift that the universe has given to us. And instead of lamenting about it, I know it's hard not to, but instead of doing that, I feel like we should use it. We should use our gifts and realize, okay, how can I use my gifts best? And try to find that little round peg being a round ball or hole, and find how you can fit yourself into that square hole. If you are a round peg, find how you can fit yourself in. Because otherwise, if you don't, then it's not going to be anyone else's loss. I mean, it will be the world's loss, but no one's going to notice that loss except for you. You're going to notice it because you want to help the world, but you're not able to because you're so afraid of it, right? Afraid to be yourself, afraid to help as you are, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Obviously, nothing is easy, and also, I don't think it's meant to be easy. I think the harder something is, the more precious it is to us, right? So, as a male INFJ, I am not a male INFJ. I can't speak to it, of course, completely. I know you guys have a hard life as it is, but I do want to say, stay strong and stay true to yourself. And I know there is a purpose to the fact that you're still alive on this planet and the fact that you're here. I know there's a reason for it, and all you have to do is find that reason. All you have to do is find that reason. Easy enough to say, hard to do, but what else are you going to do while you're here, right? I hope this makes sense. I don't know if it did. I don't know if it's something that I should even be allowed to speak on. I'm not male, obviously, but I do speak based on all the different messages you guys have sent me, and the fact that you guys have asked me to do this video several times. So hopefully you guys find this useful. Let me know if I missed something, or if you want to add to something. I'm always looking to listen to you guys, especially to something that I don't know about that well, right? Again, if you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. If you guys have any comments or questions, if you don't want to message me here, you can always email me. The email address is in the description below, or you can message me on Facebook. My name is exactly the same on Facebook, Boom Shakha, so you can message me there as well. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.